I did to mentally prepare myself for this test was like I pretty much like weeded everything out. Like when I say weeded out, meaning like in retrospect, what happened was like I was not. I went to bed early. Let me just start there. I went to bed early just to start there, and then prior to me like going well after me getting a good night's rest, I woke up of course and got me a nice breakfast. It's just basically what most people encourage you to do to have a nice breakfast, especially when you're going to be testing. And testing in the manner that we were, which the test lasts like 2 hours and something. I believe it went over a little longer than 2 hours, but yeah, 2 hours. And so I was already like well nourished. What I like most is that they allowed you to go to the restroom prior to actually starting the test because once the test started, like you could not exit the room. So I end up actually doing that, and that put me at ease. Another thing that they say as far as when you're taking tests is to make sure that you drink a lot of water. Water will subside your nerves as well, and so I didn't look at any videos this morning. I didn't watch any television, nothing. I didn't want anything distracting me because I wanted to stay in the mindset of getting prepared for this test, like mentally being prepared for this test and not being fatigued. And so I will tell you this, by the time we made it to the last section, I was like, okay, we're finally here. And so not to say that I wasn't excited about the test because the whole time um, it was a psychological test. That's what I would consider it to be because you had to literally think your way through certain scenarios, and so it wasn't just like because the way that the email tried to describe it was saying that it would be based on mathematics, reading, and then multiple choice though. That's another thing. I like that the test was actually multiple choice, which is a good thing. Most tests are, but I'm just saying standard tests are multiple choice. But I did like that. It pretty much gave you options, and really and truly, I'm not so much worried about where I tested on the test, but more so about just passing the test, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like when I'm in school, that's when I'm worried about like actually performing like high on the test because let me tell you something about those standardized tests. When they give you the standardized test, it's good to be able to excel at that test. It is. However, it's more so of what's going to carry you is your performance when you're actually in the career. So that's what's important, if that makes sense.